Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is slated to leave for his one-week visit to the US late tonight. This comes at a time when both countries have been grappling with tensions over trade issues. This also comes a month and a half after Modi government's big decision to scrap Article 370 in Kashmir. What will be on the table as far as this visit is concerned? What kind of trade negotiations can we expect? And will Kashmir come up? That's what we're looking at in Government Matters today with me, Ruhi Tiwari. The Print's Diplomatic Affairs editor Noinama Basu is here with us to talk to us about the trip and tell us all that we want to know about it. Noinama, to begin with, the big area that is likely to, sort of be all prominent as far as this trip is concerned is trade. What can we expect on that front, given the tensions that these countries have seen in the last few months over the issue?
Well, Ruhi, in terms of trade, yes, there are a lot of reports. Even the Print has reported that there could be a trade package, a limited trade package, so to say, can be unveiled when Prime Minister Modi meets President Trump. That's the biggest component, but also the fact that along with trade, business and investments is what Prime Minister Modi will primarily be seeking during his trip here, because he's having two big business events out of the 7 days trip.
Right. So, Noinama, when you say trade package, what kind of give and take can we expect? Because Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale yesterday said that it would be something that's mutually beneficial. But what kind of give and take can we really expect?
See, from India's perspective, Ruhi, India has been asking to America to reinstate the GSP benefits, the trade benefits for which Indian exports worth $6 billion get impacted. What experts tell me is that it has impacted US industry more than India. So this realization has set in now in Trump administration that GSP needs to get reinstated, and the US lawmakers have also written a letter recently to them. Also, in terms of India has been put under what is called Section 232 tariffs, in which Indian exports of steel and aluminum got, under the higher tariffs. So India has been, and US has done that citing national security concerns. So India has been saying that for last more than a year that, how is it our shipments of iron and steel or aluminum is, impacting your national security. So that dialogue is on. Maybe India will get a waiver in 232 tariffs and GSP. In terms of offering to US, India is expected to give more market access to American agricultural goods, maybe medical devices, and and also some of the telecom products.
So India had also imposed retaliatory tariffs on 28 American goods after, as you mentioned, the tariff on Indian steel and aluminum was raised by the US. Can we expect that to be waived off, or at least on some of those goods to be waived off?
So India did this retaliation on 28 products, mostly for the steel and aluminum, but also that happened immediately after US took away the GSP benefits. So that was like, the last resort, so to say. But yes, now if both leaders meet, and they are also meeting at the Howdy Modi show, which is going to be a grand event where they are going to showcase their bonhomie. So the natural expectation would be that India will, lower those tariffs on those 28 American products that ranges from walnuts, almonds to engineering goods.
Right. You also mentioned that the PM would be addressing at least two big business summits
yes.
in the US. Of course, clearly he wants to attract more foreign investment, show that India, showcase ease of doing business, as it were. But what are these? Can you talk about these events a little bit?
So, see, the first engagement that Prime Minister Modi will be having immediately after landing in Houston, and Houston is his first destination, is the business engagement. He'll be meeting over 16 to 20 American energy firms, and they are the top ones. They're like ExxonMobil, BP PLC, and Schlumberger, and all of them. So that is, of course, why, because India is wanting to increase its energy imports from the present level of $4 billion to a higher level. That's his first engagement with all the, energy honchos, so to speak. Then in New York, he's going to have another plenary session that he's going to address of the Bloomberg Global Business Review, where he'll be meeting He'll be giving the keynote address there. Apart from that, India is organizing an investment summit along with Invest India, where over 40 companies, all the Fortune 1000 ones, are going to be participating, from Walmart, Google, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, you name it, and they're there.
Right. So, Noenima, in terms of the overall schedule, what do the next 7 days look like for PM Modi once he lands in the US?
So, the team basically reaches there, and his first engagement, as I said, in Houston with the Energy Roundtable, that will be Saturday evening there, which is, the local time, Saturday evening. Then the next day on 22nd, he's having the Howdy Modi event, which is going to be
a big
huge.
Gala,
Yeah, and that is going to be the largest ever, even in American standards, in terms of 50,000 participants. So then after that, he goes the same day to New York, where he stays for 5-6 days, within which is the big event where he is going to address the UNGA on the 27th. But before that, he'll be meeting over 20 to 30 world leaders, bilateral meetings with them.
Including President Trump.
Including President Trump, yes. So, and then the UNGA address of his, within which before that he is going to also address a climate change conference and also an event on counter-terrorism,
right,
which is going to be the big focus area in terms of where he is going to talk about, most likely to talk about on cross-border terrorism.
Right. So, Noenima, the big question then is Kashmir. We know Pakistan is looking to raise it in UNGA. India has made it very clear it's an internal matter and it's not going to talk about it. In fact, the Foreign Secretary also said that Mr. Modi will not raise the issue of Article 370. What can we expect in terms of Pakistan raising it, India avoiding it, and also in terms of it coming up in the conversation between the US President as well as Prime Minister Modi?
So, Ruhi, as you rightly said, Foreign Secretary, even the Foreign Minister the other day in his first ever media conference did say that Kashmir is internal, so there is no question why Prime Minister Modi should be talking about it at the UNGA. However, we know that Pakistan is going to definitely rake it up. Prime Minister Imran Khan has openly stated that he'll be talking about it. But yes, the issue is definitely going to be discussed between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi. President Trump has recently given statements that he's looking forward to meet both the Prime Ministers, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Imran Khan, and he thinks everything has been sorted. So the fact that when these two leaders meet, President Trump and Prime Minister Modi, Kashmir is definitely going to take a huge space. It was discussed at length when both these leaders met at Biarritz on the sidelines of the G7 summit, but yes, I mean, President Trump may not come up with the term of mediation again, but definitely he is going to discuss and understand why the communication lockdown is still happening in Kashmir.
Right. Well, thank you, Noenima. We'll follow your stories to know what's going to happen there, and I'm sure we'll have many more episodes of Government Matters to talk about the PM's visit to the US. Thank you so much for watching. Noenima there telling us really what to expect from these 7 days of Prime Minister Modi being in the United States. Do keep following her work on our website, ThePrint.in, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel.